and do our review. You know that we do our expert review, and we had the last class, it wasn't really close, but the classes before, it was within 1 point. I mean, they stayed right together, so hopefully this class will be close as well. All right, we have 2, 5, 7, 9. 5, 7, 10. I need one person. All right, just the first one person. That'll be Elizabeth. There we go. All right, that's going to be about as close as we can get. All right, this is team 1. This is team 2. Notice that I am holding the test in my hand. All you have to do is pay attention to the review, and you'll be fine on the test tomorrow. All right, let me have my first 2 come up. All right, here we go. I would put my hand on it. Don't slap it, but already have it resting there. And if you talk and disrupt the class, you're fine. Stay put. If you disrupt the class, then your team loses. All right. When you buzz, I stop talking. So you might want to wait to hear the answer. Here we go. Why was life on the frontier often dangerous? A, settlers had to travel on crowded rivers. B, pioneers fought with American Indians over land. C, settlers did not know how to hunt safely. Or D, there were no guides to take families west. Pioneers fought with American Indians over land. America. Yes. That's what I'm looking for. I told you were going to have 2 or 3 on there. All right. There you go. All right, next 2. Here we go. Here we go. British officers raided American ships at sea looking for British sailors, sometimes capturing American sailors instead and forcing them to serve in the British Navy. This was called what? No point. Next 2. Coming back to that one. Here we go. Why did fighting occur on the frontier? A, it was difficult to cut trees. Boys, would your team like to lose a point for talking? Then pay attention. Why did fighting occur on the frontier? A, it was difficult to cut trees and clear land. B, the Indians did not want the colonists to stay and live on the land. C, Indians sold land to the settlers. D, life on the frontier was lonely. Yes. She said because the Indians did not want the colonists to stay and live on their land. Correct. All right, next 2. When Americans were captured off of ships and forced into the British Navy, what was that called? No, because you should know this answer. There will be on the test tomorrow. You should know this. I can tell who has not been studying their study guide. No point. Next 2. Nope, too late. Once I say no point, next 2. All right, here we go. The Indian Removal Act. A, forced the Cherokee to march 1,000 miles to Georgia. B, forced all Indians east of the Mississippi River to move west. B is correct. It forced all Native Americans east of the Mississippi to go west of the Mississippi. And remember, we talked about one of my ancestors died on the Trail of Tears. All right. Let me know if y'all are done, boys. All right, next. What was it called when American sailors were forced into the British Navy? Impressment. Thank you. Impressment. Impressment. All right, next. commenting, helping Lewis and Clark. Our Saturday Galileo, which we're going to learn today. If we have time, we're going to read that book. All right, Team 2 is coming back. Yes. All right. How did Jackson respond to the Supreme Court ruling that allowed the Cherokee to stay on their land? What did he do? This is his reaction. No point. Next two. All right. What major battle ended the Creek Indian War? Horseshoe Bend is correct. All right. Play again. You don't have to tell me. Let's do it. After the War of 1812, nationalism was that it was about a 10-year period in there where people felt very patriotic. Their new authors came out. There was peace and prosperity and a renewed sense of patriotism for our country and love of our country. And proud to be an American. Which of these is an example of nationalism after the War of 1812? A. The British and the Americans signed the Treaty of Ghent. B. President Madison wanted the United States to stay neutral. C. The British attacked Washington, D.C. Or D. The first dictionary of American English was published. First dictionary of American English was published. Remember the PowerPoint slide, guys, where it showed the Headless Horseman picture and Rip Van Winkle, because it was talking about Washington. Irving was a new American author that was starting to write. We saw the Last of the Mohicans, okay? All of the, and who was the guy that made the first American English dictionary? Webster, Daniel Webster, that is correct. That was a rise in nationalism. All these American authors started coming out and writing books. All right, next. What did Francis Scott Key see that inspired him to write the Star-Spangled Banner? What flag? Flying where? Correct. Over Fort McHenry. Good. All right, Team 1's winning. Come on, Team 2. Y'all gotta get on it. Here we go. Now, there's about 3 questions about this topic on the test. So pay attention. Why was the Louisiana Purchase an important event for the United States? Yes, but why? This was straight from your study guide. What did it do? That's not what I'm looking for. It doubled the size of the United States. Now you're right. Wear your jacket the right way. If you are right, the last class, 2 points were taken off from Louisiana because of the topic. So I hope I don't have to do that in this class. 1 point off of Team 1. Are you done, boys? Are you done? Because you and you just cost your team. All right. You are right in the fact that they wanted control of the Mississippi. And where does the Mississippi empty out into the ocean? Louisiana. New Orleans. Louisiana. And so owning the Louisiana territory gave them complete control of the Mississippi. All right, here we go. You might want to listen to the choices. What did President Jefferson ask Lewis and Clark to do? A, to explore Western lands and study American Indian cultures. B, to make a what we discussed in class.